Welcome to this presentation about how Interact HRMS can offer a comprehensive HRMS solution for the global mining industry. We'll start with a few basics about our company and our products and how they address the mining industry, and then we'll go through a product demo. Now, Interact is a global company headquartered in Washington, D.C., but we operate around the world, and we are specialized in global HR, payroll, time, and talent management solutions. These products are designed as enterprise solutions, but at the same time, we keep a very close focus on making sure that they are easy to use, easy to deploy, and learn. And all of the technology that we offer is pure web technology. It's developed in PHP and can be deployed either in the cloud or on-premise, so the choice is really yours. There's only one product, and you deploy it whichever way you want to. Our products are also integrated with other applications, and we do that through HRXML or other tools. We'll talk about that a bit more later. Now, what are the key mining industry needs when it comes to HR? Well, first of all, the mining industry works with two types of labor. You've got highly specialized labor that are very skilled in very particular fields. And on the other hand, you've got low-skilled labor. And you've got a lot of the low-skilled labor. And there's a lot of competition for the high-skilled labor at the same time. So you need very strong recruitment solutions. You also have, for the volume of people out there, you need to have strong time attendance solutions, and you'll probably have them working, in some cases, 24/7 shift patterns. So you need to have the ability to track their time, to keep tabs on overtime and everything else, and you need to have a manner to have this data flow seamlessly from your HR and time modules into the payroll. In addition, your mining operations often are distributed over multiple locations, sometimes multiple countries, and within that you may be tracking the specific activities that are done by some of the workers. So it is critical that you have a way to track activities and work being done in multiple locations, and that you have the ability to get your data instantly. Obviously, you're going to have health and safety issues to worry about, so you need to have a very strong health and safety tracking system, and to go beyond that, you need to have a risk management solution in place that will allow you to identify risk and to mitigate that risk as much as possible. And the people that will be mitigating the risk need to be assigned specific tasks so they know what to focus on. So classification of risks, mitigating risk, assessing risks, all of that is done through the risk management module. Beyond that, you'll have manpower planning needs because you probably need different number of people at different times in a mining operation. So you need to be able to plan for that in the proper way. And you will be dealing with high volume and the need for batch transactions. So you need to be able to load data quickly. You need to be able to transfer people from one location to another and handle anything you need. Really, hiring or terminating of people should be done very efficiently. Your employees can be paid on site in cash, or they can be paid with cash cards, or if they have bank accounts, there can be a direct deposit or a check issued to them. A system like ours does a lot of other things. One of the things that we do is we support the ability to track the equipment that people will be using to do the job. So equipment can be defined, and a lot of details around this equipment can be tracked. You can, of course, do performance appraisals and do competency-based performance appraisals, specifically for the high-skilled jobs in the organization. By definition, your mining operations are going to be somewhere on site. You need to have mobile technology. You need to have mobile functionality. So everything that you need really from an HR and personnel management point of view is available on your tablets and smartphones through self-service. And on the other hand, if you have operations for which you're flying people in and out for a particular length of time, that means you need to be able to plan that properly, have these locations defined, have the housing and accommodation available too. And finally, when it comes to the performance appraisals and competencies, you also have the ability to track the training and certification that employees need to undergo. And you'll be able to track whether they are licensed to do the work that they need to do and so on. And all this is really about is to minimize the administrative workload, to make sure that you're in compliance with all the regulatory requirements and that you have all the information that you need to make decisions quickly, and that you get that data, that anybody who needs that information really can get it quickly through the same platform. So we have one integrated platform that handles HR, time, payroll, and talent. And we have the ability to share information through the self-service capabilities. So we have employee self-service, managers and organization unit heads. Organization units can be locations, can be departments, can be projects, can be divisions, can be whatever you want it to be. As I mentioned, we do HR, time, payroll, talent, all in one single system. Everything is integrated. We also have applicant self-service, where applicants can apply specifically for the more sophisticated jobs in the organization. You'll be able to do that, all that hiring through our recruitment module. And ultimately, if you have all this data in the system, you need something that will make sense out of it for you. So you need to have the ability to see KPIs and present the information in a graphical format. Now, our products are modular. Interact HRMS is a modular system. There are 85 different modules, and here what you're looking at is only a small subset of all those modules, including the foundation modules. Regardless of what we're going to do, we need to have a job classification organization management in place so that we can hire people and we can get their records into the system. After that, we can choose if you want to have onboarding done through the system, if you do offboarding, if you have sophisticated benefits management, if you want to go through the risk management and so on. All these modules are very feature rich and may or may not be applicable to the specific operation that you have. But there is a definite need for the foundation based on which we're going to build the rest of the logic of the system. That means we need to have, apart from a core HR setup, we also may need to do time attendance. This can be done with biometric devices using fingerprint or proximity cards, or it can be done with facial recognition, or we can use mobile devices that are carried around still using fingerprint. So there are many ways of doing that. At the same time, if you already have a sophisticated time attendance application in place, we can allow you to import your timesheets from any other source that provides the right data. But obviously the level of automation is going to be limited if you are using other systems than the ones that we supply that are already integrated out of the box. Everything is going to be integrated with your leave management. You might have people that work for an extended period of time, for a month straight without any time off, and then they have 10 days off or something. So you can handle that in any way that you want to. We just set up the leave and the work schedules as you require. Compensation and payroll is a global compensation and payroll. So we can set up the policies as per the countries in which you have your mining operations, and it can be set up any way you want to. And we'll go back to that in a minute. As I mentioned, talent management. This is obviously one of the last things that you roll out after you've got all the other basics in place. But we have very sophisticated competency-based performance reviews. We track training requirements. We do career planning, succession planning, and so on. Ultimately, what you're going to get is what we call an employee electronic record. That means everything is going to be in one place, available on your employees, and you can find that whenever you need to get to it. No need to log in, log out anywhere else. The system can be interfaced with other products. We have web services, we have APIs, and we have HRXML-based web services. So the limitation really is not on our side. It is primarily on the third-party product side. As I mentioned, you will require mobile access so that your supervisors, your department heads, your senior staff can access data online, can request time off, can create to-do lists, do whatever you want them to be able to do, receive news information about the company or policy information that they need to know. Whatever you want them to be able to do, including timesheet reviews and approvals, they can do online through self-service, either from their desktop or from their cell phone or smartphone. As I mentioned, everything is integrated through web services or APIs, And ultimately, everything's going to be online, so you need alerts and reminders, you need workflow and KPIs. And final comments before we wrap up one more time the specific capabilities of Interact versus the mining sector. The benefits of Interact in general are that we have a global solution. It's got 35 countries in which we deploy them right now, and there's really no limit into how many other countries they can be deployed. We do that through the use of 85 different modules. All of them are seamlessly integrated and are designed to work together as one single platform. It's not something that we acquired, that we went and bought from other or sourced from other companies and then tried to make them integrate. Everything is developed to Interact, and it works and it looks the same way, has the same underlying logic. So you can start simple and you can expand and get more sophisticated as you want. It's got an open architecture, so we can integrate with other things relatively quickly, and you can choose whether you want this to be in the public cloud, you want to have it in the private cloud, which means pretty much on-premise, or whether you want to have a hybrid solution that's supported too. Finally, there is seamless integration using these web servers, as I mentioned, and that means there really is no dual entry ever. Within the product, there is no dual entry or duplicate entry because everything is reading off the same database. And if you have external applications and they're integrated using these web services, then again, there is no need for any particular interfaces. Now, I want to just point out one last point here. The recruitment of labor can be done through our system. You can have external recruiting agencies to help you with that. You can publish your job vacancies online. We have very strong time attendance applications, as I said, that use time clocks where people can clock in and clock out. We have the ability to track employees and schedule them on different locations. We can even track their time at the activity level, so you can get your cost at the activity level. We have a very strong health and safety module, and we have a very strong risk management module that will allow you to identify risks, to assess the risk, to classify it, to set up mitigation plans, and then to work out who will be assigned to do what activities within these mitigation plans, and you can have a review of those mitigation plans as you go. You'll have manpower planning that allows you to do position budgeting basically and determine how many people are required for each project, when it's going to start, etc. You have very strong import and export tools in our products that allow you to bring in lots of data and new employees, to transfer employees really with one single transaction without having to do this one by one. Obviously, we can pay in the payroll, cash cards, direct deposit, whichever way you want. We have a very strong module that deals with equipment as part of the scheduling of resources. And you also can track employee assets and have them requested by the employee and issued to them. Our performance appraisals are competency-based and are tied to the training and certification. So everything is really one single system. As I mentioned, you can handle mobile requirements. Everything is available through self-service online and through the mobile devices, and you can allow people to fly in, fly out, and use and track their housing and accommodation, their passports and visas, any additional data that you need to know about your employees. So what we'll do now is take a look at how this product will do the job for you and how simple it can be. We'll show you both the sophisticated look of it, and we'll also show you the basics and how easy it can be to deploy this.